Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are here and we're going to take a look at 10 cars that I want to see in Gran Turismo 7. So this is a list of cars that probably about half of them won't be in the game, but it's fun to speculate. And the first ones that we're going to jump right into this list with is right here in front of you. This is the NASCAR Next Gen car. Now, I find it highly unlikely that there will be a NASCAR car in the game, but they do at least have some connection with Gran Turismo with the fact that Daytona is in the game, which means that they had to get licensing for Daytona, which is owned by NASCAR, so they could get licensing for the car. It's not like it's not been in video games, it's been in iRacing, and it's been put in as a test in NASCAR 21 Ignition. So, there's potential for it. And, of course, Gran Turismo 7, or Gran Turismo in general, Sony is a Japanese company. They love to put Japanese cars in the game. There is a significant amount of Japanese cars within the game. And, of course, one of the three NASCAR manufacturers is Toyota. So the next-gen car really encompasses three cars, with a Mustang, Camaro, and a Camry. And it seems awesome, and it seems like this would fit in a Gran Turismo game. The technicality that this car has, more modern and specific than your previous generation NASCAR race cars. So I think that there's, I'd like to see it in the game. I don't know if it'll be in the game, but I think it would fit in Gran Turismo very, very well. Now, the next one we're going to jump to is also one that highly unlikely to be in the game, but there's potential. And that is the Red Bull RB16B. So this is the championship, or drivers' championship winning car from 2021. Now, the cars from 2021, normally these types of games wouldn't get these cars for a while. Gran Turismo Sport got the Mercedes from 2017 and 2019. And the thing with that is, the teams don't want the cars to be. I'm assuming Gran Turismo scans the cars; they're very realistic. They don't want their cars to be scanned to put in a game, and they don't. Formula One doesn't really allow much to be done with the cars from the previous season, but they've relaxed that rule as there's really no carryover. Very, very minimal amount. Even the engines are different from the fact that they have different fuels. So, these cars, you can throw them in there. So it'd be awesome to see the RB16B. Again, like I said with the last one, they like Japanese cars, and of course the engine in this car is a Honda. Of course, this is a picture from the US Grand Prix, so it doesn't have Honda, it has Acura instead, but normally it's got a giant Honda on the rear wing, so again, they could have that connection in there. It'd be super cool to see that in the game, but I don't see that super likely. The one that I see more likely is the next one. If there's going to be an F1 car, I'm going to propose the Mercedes AMG W12. This is the Constructors' Championship winning car from 2021. And again, this could be in the game. They had a Mercedes F1 car before. Lewis Hamilton is sponsored by Gran Turismo. He's like a partner with them. He's listed in the title intro. He's one of the people listed in the game creation, basically. So he's very involved with Gran Turismo. They had the DLC with Lewis Hamilton in Gran Turismo Sport. So if there's going to be an F1 car, the one that's going to be in the game most likely is Mercedes. So it'd be awesome to see in the game. And who knows? That one I see with a little more potential. So let's move on, though, from race cars. We've done 3 race cars. Well, technically 6, but we've done race cars. So let's move on to actual cars that can be driven on the road. First up is the Ferrari 812 Superfast. Now, this car is awesome. They have the F12 Berlinetta, which is the kind of predecessor to this car. So you could definitely put a 812 Superfast in Gran Turismo 7. I think that this is an awesome looking car. And it would be a fun one to drive. And I love the design of it. It just has such a cool look to it, and it would fit. Again, having the F12 Berlinetta, I don't see why you couldn't have the 812 Superfast. Now the next one is one that I don't know how likely this is to be in the game, but it's actually my favorite supercar. This is the Mercedes AMG 1. Now this has a engine from the Formula 1 car from, I believe, 2016, and this thing is just amazing, and I've wanted to drive it in a video game for so long. The closest I've got is to drive the Krieger in GTA. That's the closest I've got to race this car. The only video game it's in is Forza, and I don't know if it's Forza exclusive, because I feel like this, being Mercedes hybrid supercar, it would be in the game. Of course, you have the McLaren P1, you have the whatever the Porsche one is, the 912, 812, something like that. Whatever it is, that Porsche is in the game. The LaFerrari's in the game. And there's probably some other hybrid supercar I missed. But I don't know if it's an exclusive contract, though, to be just in Forza. But if not, I definitely want this in Gran Turismo 7. If it comes out ever in that game, I will buy that immediately. Now we're going to swing to the opposite end of cars, and we're going to look at a basic car. Now this one here is just a personal preference for me. They love putting basic cars in the game. I mean, you can get a Prius, you can get a Honda Fit, you can get, things like that that aren't super, super swag. And I want to see, specifically, a 2018 Subaru Impreza. Now this is the car I own. It's actually the same color as the one on the screen. I just want to be able to drive my own car in a video game. It'd be kind of fun. The only car that's in the game that I've ever been in is the Golf GTI that's in the game. The GTI 7 from the game's 2014. I've been in the 2015 one. That's the only car in the game that I have to go off and say, oh, I've actually been in this car. So I'd like to have this car in the game. Of course, they put in the, there's the WRX and WRX STI. So why not just go with the more basic version with an Impreza? And, that's my recommendation. Just throwing that in there, just a random one. Next one I want to say is the Kia Stinger. Now, this is a car that I've wanted to be in Gran Turismo since Gran Turismo Sport. I said when that game came out, I wanted to see a Kia Stinger. And I think Kia is really the only large car brand that I can think of that's not in Gran Turismo. So, there's not many Korean cars, so I'd like to see another Korean car. And the Kia Stinger is a awesome looking car, and it's got some good little speed to it. So I would definitely like to see a Kia Stinger in Gran Turismo 7 as well. Next up, bit of a surprise, it wasn't in the game, is the Corvette C8. Of every car on the list, this one I feel is most likely to be put into the game. The Corvette C8, they have so many C7s. I had to run through the Corvette screen, or the Chevy screen, a few times to just make sure I didn't miss the C8. And I'm fairly confident I didn't. This car is just awesome. A mid-engine Corvette. It it takes Corvette, like, I think the C6 would say, okay, it's a sports car. The C7 was creeping towards supercar. And the C8 it throws Corvettes into supercar territory. And this is like a car that genuinely, when you think of like the most wild American car from, the big brands, this is up there with the Ford GT from 2017. Like, this is an awesome, awesome car, and I just think it's a great, great design. It'd be so fun to drive in the game, so I would not be surprised that if in a future update in Gran Turismo 7, we do see a Corvette C8. The next one's a bit of a meme, but it's the Tesla Cybertruck. We have a few trucks in the game. There's the Ford Raptor, and there's the Toyota Tundra. So why not add a Cybertruck? There's only one Tesla in the game. I think it's a Model S from 2012. So why not add a Cybertruck? That's all I gotta say. It's a meme and I like it. The final car is the new Golf GTI. This is the 8th GTI. This is an awesome design. The 7th GTI. Beautiful design. Now, this is a relatively new car. I believe it hit markets in Europe in 2019, 2020 in China, and 2022 in US. So I've only seen, I think, one of these on the road, but it is a beautiful car. Actually, we can pull up the comparison between that and the seventh GTI. I mean, this one here looks awesome. This just looks like another, like, the headlights just look so aggressive. And I honestly just love the look of this car. I think it's a really, really cool GTI, and I would love to have them in the game. So these are my top 10 cars that I would like to see in Gran Turismo 7. Let me know down below what cars you want to see and what you think about my list. And if you know anything specifically, like, the Mercedes, if that is exclusive to Forza, let me know on that. But yeah, that's that. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the